Hello guys, welcome to another video on the storage API. So now that we've learned how to display the variables that we want or the content that we want from the inputs directly to the write box or to whatever ID or div we want, that was pretty easy for you guys that already know some JavaScript. But I just wanted to give you the idea and the core of all the functionality that we will use now. So this is pretty useless, this little program that we have now. So we can type here whatever we want, save it, and we have these parameters here. But this is not what the storage is all about. So I told you before that with this we will be able to type anything here. Let's say this is a website, so we type anything here and click save it, and this would be stored automatically into a variable in your computer, and whenever we return back to this program or this website, these variables will be displayed automatically like if they were stored in the database. Okay, so you will not lose, or the user will not lose the values that he inserted or the options that he inserted. Later on you can use this for a shopping cart or a profile of a user in your website. So it's very, very useful, and you will not need any database at all. So the first thing we want to do is, I forgot to mention that I think I mentioned you in the first video of the storage that you had to use the key and the value. That's not correct. You don't have to use that. Okay, that's just for you to have an idea that the key and the value were the names that we use to store these two data in here. Okay, these two contents. So you can take that out. Let's go here. Okay, it's still gonna work, don't worry. This is just for you to have an idea what we call the data. And if you test it here and type ttt and ttt and save it, it's still gonna work. What happens is that if I go to Google and return back, these are not the results are not stored and not displayed anymore. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to be able to go and navigate throughout the web to other websites, and when you return back, the values are going to still appear here, whatever values you typed before. Okay, so this is what the storage API is all about, to store values. So the first thing you're going to do is to go to the doit function. Okay, and here you're going to type display, and let's leave it this way. Okay, display, and here let's get the one out. Okay, the parameter, and here as well. Okay, so now the function will not have any parameters, and here the function display will be called automatically as soon as the page loads. So this will be able to show you automatically the results, okay, of your content or data that is stored in your computer. Now the first thing I want to show you is whenever you go into your little program here, I'm going to show you how to type something. Okay, and as soon as you save it, these automatically will be in blank. Okay, so then you can type something else, and to do that, and always going to be stored, the variables are going always be stored in your computer or in your browser. When I say your computer, this will be stored in your browser. The browser is using a variable, so it will store all the variables you're using with HTML5. Now let's go back here, and here the first thing you're gonna do is, after the display in here, you're gonna type document get element by ID, and here we type 1 and value equals to nothing. Okay, this is the way that automatically the function will store the values, will grab the values, sorry, and will store the values, and then after calling the function display, these are going to be set to 0 or to nothing. So let's grab this, copy, and this is 2. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing is, in the display function, I want to change a few little things in here. The first thing I want you guys to do is, let's take this out, these 2 lines. Okay, just leave the first line. So we'll grab the right box, we'll grab the document get element by ID. Now in here we type right box dot inner HTML will equal to nothing. Okay, what this means is that whenever we type in the left box and click save, those values are going to be saved in the browser, but will not be displayed automatically in the right box. They will be stored. Okay. What we can also do is to create a loop, so we will display all the content or all the values that we already have stored. And to do that, we create a loop. Let's create the loop. So to do that, we type for, and I think I told you, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna create a way to, whenever we click the save button, the values will still be displayed. Okay, all the values that we use will still be displayed and will be stored automatically. So it's a good way for us to know what we are going to store or what we are storing. Okay, the thing is that those variables and values will be stored, and whenever we go to another web page and we return back, those values will still be there. Okay, so after that you can manage whatever attributes or options do you want to store, and the others that you don't want to store. It's all using JavaScript, so it's up to you to do whatever you want with it. So for, and here we type var x equals 0, and here we type x session storage dot length. This is the way we can use or loop through all the values that we will store. I'm not going to explain you how to use the for loop or what the for loop means, because if you don't know this, you should go to the JavaScript chapter and learn it. Now we type variable a is going to equal to session storage dot key, and here we're going to type x. Okay, So this is basically to loop through the like if it was an array. Okay, we will loop through all these values that we are storing in the form. Now we need another variable. To create another variable, which is going to be the b variable, and type session storage and get item. Okay, and here we type a, which is the variable here, a, which holds the session storage key. Basically, every value in the session storage. Okay. Now the next thing to do is, let's type right box inner HTML equal to whatever we type here. Now the thing is, what this will do is whenever we click the save button, it will display the values that we typed in the inputs, but whenever we click it again and put another values in the input, we click it again and that display will disappear and will replace that by the new values. I don't want that. I want the old values to be displayed. So we have a bunch of lines with all, like if it was a database, with all the values that we typed before. So that's what the session storage is all about. A list of items that we can store, a list of variables and values. Now to do that, we have, before the equal sign, we type the plus sign, plus equal. So that will confirm that whenever we click, the old line will not disappear and will not be replaced. And don't worry if you don't get the idea, you're already gonna see how that is gonna work in just a minute. Now in here, before the double quotes, you type the a, variable a, and here you can type something like let's say and here you type plus, and here you type line break. Okay, and I think we are all done. Now let me just show you what an awesome feature this is. I just opened the browser and refresh it. Okay, I did have the browser open, so as soon as I refreshed, I didn't have anything, and as soon as I click refresh, everything that I typed since the first video tutorial of Storage API appears in here. Okay, and what appears is the first value, 1, okay, which is this one, and instead of and, let's take the and out and type something like this. Okay, and let's save this. Let's save and return back, refresh. Okay, perfect. So what this is the storage of all the content that I typed in here in the other tutorials. Pretty cool, huh? It's basically like a database. Okay, and this was the last one, Victor High. Okay, now the only way to put or reset all this is to go out and close the browser. Let me close the browser here. Okay, and let me just open the browser now again, and let me run this just a second. Okay, so here we are. Okay, and now let me type hello and something. Save it. Okay, there it is. Now let's type hi Victor. Save it. There it is. Okay, so whatever you type now, it's going to be saved. Okay, and you can still go, let's say, to another website like Google and the news and whatever, and if you return back, they're still gonna be here because it's a session storage. Basically is like a mini MySQL database inserted in your browser. So the only way to reset this is to close your browser totally, and when you return back you will have these in blank. Okay, so as you can see, it's a pretty awesome feature, and this will be able to, instead of using all the sessions and cookies with PHP, you'll be able through HTML5 and JavaScript create a mini database with all the options in let's say for a shopping cart, something like that, in your online shopping center website or something like that. Okay guys, so this is all for now.